So the meditation this evening is going to have a longer period of settling in. So we can go through that process. And during the actual stage of the meditation, I'll be mentioning the feeling tone, and just looking at what's going on within each stage in terms of feeling tone as well. So setting ourselves up, making sure we're in a comfortable posture. A sense of length through the spine, back of the neck long. A sense of balance through the body. Maybe doing a little rock backwards and forwards. Maybe a little bit of a sway side to side. Find that sense of balance. Chest is open, just making sure the hands are supported to open the chest. Possibly even chin ever so slightly tucked in. We have a sense of our posture. Just be aware of the other senses. So first of all, the sense of smell. So dominant smell in the room. If so, what's the feeling tone? Is that pleasant, painful, or neutral? We don't have to change anything. We just acknowledge it as it is. Likewise, hearing. Are there sounds around us? Are there other people in the house? Are there people outside? Just acknowledging any sounds, or even lack of sounds, and the feeling tone associated with that. Sense of taste. Quite a few of you may have just eaten. And maybe some sort of taste left over from our meal. Acknowledging that. Hopefully it's pleasant. Just acknowledging it as it is. And then most of you be meditating with your eyes closed, but there can still be a visual sense of light or darkness or shadow through the eyelids. Noticing it. And again, whether the visual sense at the moment is pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Just allowing it to be as it is. And come to the physical sense, the body. We'll start off bringing our awareness down to the feet. Notice the sensations of the feet, maybe with the floor, maybe with a meditation mat. And notice whether those sensations are pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. in a way, it doesn't matter. What matters is we're aware of the sensations and their feeling tone, just allowing the feeling tone to be, not pushing away unpleasant experience, not pulling towards pleasant experience, getting bored with neutral experience. Likewise, we explore the sensations and feeling tone of the ankles. The lower legs, the knees, the thighs, and the hips. Noticing the sensations and corresponding feeling tones. The back of the pelvis, the lower back, middle of the back, upper back, sensations and feeling tone of the front of the pelvis, the abdomen. It's been noticing that the sensations change with the breath. Maybe the feeling tone also changes. Likewise, the rib cage, and the chest. It's bringing our awareness to the hands. Notice the sensations in the hands, corresponding feeling tone. Likewise, the wrists and forearms. The elbows, the upper arms, shoulders, front and back of the neck, the head, and the face. And we broaden our awareness out to include the whole of the body, and our experience of the whole body will have a feeling tone. Just allowing that feeling tone to be as it is. Within that whole body, you may notice we have emotions currently within our experience. We do acknowledging them with kindness and noticing their feeling tone. Usually we don't need to change the emotions. Confidence that the practice itself will do that. But occasionally something will really need our attention, and that then becomes the focus of our meditation practice. Becoming aware if there's any dominant thoughts. If there are, again, acknowledging them with a sense of kindness and noticing the feeling tone associated with thoughts. Not judging, just acknowledging. Broaden our awareness out once more to include the whole of the body, the other four senses, our emotions, and our thoughts. So we have a whole sense of ourselves. And that whole sense of ourselves, again, will have a feeling tone, which we acknowledge and respond to that feeling tone. The whole sense of ourselves, sense of kindness, acceptance, understanding. In doing so, it takes us into the first stage of the Mettā Bhavana. So developing metta, loving kindness towards ourselves, Maybe the sense of acceptance and kindness towards our whole sense of ourselves can be developed, nurtured, grown. Maybe a sense of metta towards ourselves can develop within our hearts. Maybe we can use some phrases, maybe some of the traditional phrases or ones that seem suitable for us at this moment. You can think of those phrases as an offering to ourselves. Say something like, may I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I progress. And this is a wish for ourselves. May have a unpleasant Vedana towards ourselves, our whole sense of ourselves at the moment. May have issues with self-worth. Even then, we can still offer ourselves a sense of happiness for the future, a wish. Wish we can be happy and well. Sooner or later, we'll start to lose the focus with a thought, with an image, a memory, an emotion. But when that does happen, which it will, we respond with kindness. Ah, yes, I've noticed I've drifted off, no longer focused. Excellent. Noticing this is a key part of meditation. And respond to whatever took us away from the focus with kindness. And we return to our breadth of awareness and to the whole sense of ourselves. And then re-engaging with the focus of developing loving kindness towards ourselves. So we move into the second stage, reconnecting with that whole sense of ourselves and the feeling tone. And then bringing to mind someone we consider a good friend. imagining ourselves in their presence, keeping them in our mind's eye, our heart's eye. When you've done that, notice the feeling tone towards our good friend. Most of the time, we can expect our feeling tone to be pleasant because we say they're our good friend. But sometimes we can be a little bit neutral. We may have had miscommunication recently, maybe an unpleasant day to them. Just allowing it to be as it is. And we develop love and kindness towards our friend. Develop a sense of friendship, acceptance, kindness or understanding within our hearts. There may be a sense of radiating loving kindness towards our friend. We may offer our friend metaphor phrases. May they be well. May they be happy. Be free from suffering. May they make progress in their lives. So developing metta in a way that currently feels appropriate. Sooner or later, start to lose our focus. We're thinking about something we have done or are going to do with our friend. And acknowledging any lack of focus with loving kindness, returning to a whole sense of ourselves, possibly adjusting our postures. Re-engaging with the development of loving kindness towards our good friend. May they be well, may they be happy. Wishing this to be true. reconnecting with the whole sense of ourselves, our bodies, our emotions, our thoughts. And within that whole sense of ourselves, we bring to mind something we find quite neutral. Imagine them in our mind's eye or in our presence. And just notice the Vedana, the feeling tone towards this person. Maybe neutral, maybe slightly pleasant, maybe slightly unpleasant. In a way, it doesn't matter. This is our starting point. Being honest with our experience, responding to the sense of this person with loving kindness, developing a sense of metta in our hearts, our chest area, towards this person, response, radiating metta towards them. Using or offering, if you like, the metta phrases to this person, ones that you're using, just may they be well, may they be happy, or something similar. Be free from enmity. In a way, we'll only know our practice is working, whether over time change our relationship, our emotional response to this person outside of our meditation. Remembering it may be easier to spot the distractions in this stage. It's the nature of the neutral person. There isn't that much to keep us engaged. They're neutral. Respond to that lack of focus, loss of focus with metta, with kindness. Turn to the whole sense of ourselves and re-engage, developing metta towards this person. Reconnecting the whole sense of ourselves. And within that whole sense of ourselves, bring to mind someone we currently have some difficulties with, and just acknowledging the feeling tone of bringing this person to mind, imagining ourselves in their presence. careful we don't get lost in our history with this person. Instead, developing some sense of loving kindness towards them. May they be well. May they be happy. Offering phrases of loving kindness to them. Wishing that it be so. We find we are getting caught up in the history. Acknowledge that with kindness. And sometimes it can be helpful just to see that person further away, more distance between us. Still develop loving kindness. Even with distance. Remembering if we lose the focus, acknowledge that loss of focus with kindness, the act of losing it, and what caused that loss. Engage the whole sense of ourselves. Come back to metta, towards the person we currently find difficult. Once more reconnecting with the whole sense of ourselves, our posture, our bodies, our emotions, our thoughts, feeling tone associated with them. Within that whole sense of ourselves, bring to mind or imagine in the presence of our good friend, the neutral person, and the person we currently find difficult. As best as we can, developing loving kindness towards ourselves and these three other people equally. The other three people represent different feeling tones, pleasant, neutral, unpleasant. Try to equalize our response, developing metta, the way that we have been, the offering, metta phrases equally, if that's helpful. We all be well, we all be happy. And you wishing, really wanting this to be the case. And then we can bring more and more people into our sphere of awareness. Those who are meditating online with us at the moment. You're looking at this at some future point, connecting in a way, co-meditating with everyone who's done this practice. May we all be well. May we all be happy. May we all be free from suffering. We all make progress. Bringing to mind, imagining you're being in the presence of more and more people, or if you prefer, radiating metta out to more and more people. To more and more beings. And all living beings have this wish to be happy and free from suffering some way or other. Really wanting this to be so. And sitting on, letting go of any effort to practice. We broaden our awareness out. Include the whole sense of ourselves. And noticing the feeling tone of the whole sense of ourselves. Generally, things may have changed during the course of meditation. And then, in your own time, bringing our practice to a close and back into the room.